Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All Part 14. So a couple housekeeping things before we get started. The main thing is that this video and the next several are going to be shorter than usual, because basically I'm not going to be able to record much, if at all, for the next several days. And since there's no backlog on this series, like Part 13 goes up in like a couple hours, so I'm recording this, the day before it goes up. I could only record 3 normal length videos today, and instead of just recording 3 like normal, almost hour-long videos, and then not having any videos potentially for a few days in a row, I'm just going to record like 6 short videos and then make sure I have videos for every day so that there's at least something coming out every day. Because I don't really like missing uploads. I like to stay in the habit of one per day for a series. So, I guess that's it. This video will probably only be like 30 to 40 minutes instead of like a normal like 50 minutes to an hour. It's also been a few days since I recorded the last video. This is basically, it's all Trails of Xur's fault. You can be mad at that game. I got so enthralled by the end of it that I tried to all in and beat it, only to learn about 20 minutes ago that what I thought was the end of the game was not the end of the game, and there was no possible way I could beat it today. So, blame that game for being good. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, so we're actually on the, we're on the cross-examination. I don't remember what your testimony was, so I'm just gonna press you. So you're only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. Okay, so yeah, I remember now. We did the monkey thing. I said some really dumb shit about the guy in the monkey, or in the costume being the monkey that's trained by Regina, and Regina pretends that she doesn't have the monkey trained, so it's plausible deniability, and the monkey's the one who killed Russell. I mean, in any other game, that would sound absolutely insane, and you could make fun of me, but honestly, I think it's a very valid theory that has like at least a 30% chance of being right in some form or fashion. You should think about how many eyes you actually have. I got 4, 4! F-O-U-R, counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night? Of course it's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. You're a puppet. Do you have a concept of time? And about what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure that out for yourself. You already know the practice promptly finished around 10 p.m. Yeah, but like it's been a few days. I could use a flashback. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. 11 o'clock? Ah! Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it? 9:50. Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Ah! What the hell, man? I'm no good at math. It was 10:10. Ah, yes, that sounds about right. 10:10. Like the 10:10 of me opening my lunchbox. Sounds about right, because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. I said good evening to him. He didn't even acknowledge my presence. But you're not a real person. Why would we want to talk to you? So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You said good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I said good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quiz, I would prefer it if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. The evening greeting? Or, well... I mean, didn't he say he said good morning when, it's night? Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange. Oh, to strike you as strange. Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers, and then she whips us? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I would understand. What the fuck, lady? That's not cordial. We don't work together. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. Oh no. Don't bring up grade school court cases. You're gonna bring up Phoenix's PTSD. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. How would I go about proving that with evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. Witness will resume his testimony. Okay, no, he testified that he said good evening. I thought that was the mix-up, is that he said morning, but he, you know, it was nighttime. You're 100% absolutely sure of what you just said. I told you already, jeez, I'm absolutely 100% sure. There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? You know I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, how many times have you asked that question by now? Only once to my knowledge. You're gonna ask again, I'll answer with the chorus. Everyone together now. Silk cat, cloak, and white roses. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. Yeah, I mean, you're right, but... Can you shout out when I say objection? We could be like, objection! Together? It'd be really cool, Maya. Why don't we do that next time? There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We gotta have something that'll prove useful. And if not, I've got this glue, and you can just glue whatever evidence you want and say, it sticks, doesn't it? Now the question is, so I mean, I'm guessing it's probably Bottle Boy, right? We say they hate each other. So I'm gonna present Bottle here. Well, let's think for a second. Let's go over the evidence. It has been a few days. Let's not make a mistake. I mean, Bottle seems to be the most obvious thing. I can't think of any other problem with he had the 3 symbols on him. Let's try Bottle. Oh, Maya, get ready. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact? It wasn't that big of a deal, it was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Oh, he's about to fucking blast. It's 76% juice. That seems like kind of low. It's 76% orange. Actually, is that? I don't know. If it's 76%, I don't like that number. It just scares me. It seems either awful high or awful low. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? No? Ah! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd, would just up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying and lewd? And he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? Exactly. I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just, didn't tell the truth. That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? I mean, I'm on the track that it's the fucking monkey, dude. Dressed up as Maximilian. I gotta take my shot, man. I gotta take my shot. Of course, the witness did not see a soul that night. Exactly. I'm 100% behind you, Phoenix, right? No doubts whatsoever. I see. Who do you think just argues up and decide what I saw that night? A fool can only understand the foolish foolery uttered by the most foolish of fools. This witness didn't see anyone. You wouldn't happen to have any proof to back up that statement, would you? Okay, never mind, I'm sorry. But the monkey, dude, the monkey fucking did it, man. Nick, I just thought of something. If Ben and Trilo really didn't see anyone that night, they wouldn't have testified that they greeted someone that night, would they? Maybe they just thought it was Maximilian, but it was a fucking monkey, man. It makes sense. I think that Trilo really did say good evening to someone that night. But the monkey, man, the monkey! Trilo and Max, they were in the middle of a huge fight. Maybe you should think this over some more in your own time, Mr. Wright. He saw a different person. A different person who was a monkey. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. Those, he said, that's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? Not a monkey theory. The correct one? Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, that would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. He was Money the Monkey. I mean, I guess it could have just been Regina, but... I mean, Regina's the only person that we know that could have... It could be Acro. We haven't met him yet. But Regina's the only one that's expressed any displeasure towards, the Ringmaster. I mean, I know it's her dad and everything, but, you know, I mean, crazier things have happened. That or Francesca did it. Maybe it was her. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You... Will the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening? I mean, you know I want to. God, I want to do it, man. I mean, he did see who he thought was Max, maybe. No, he didn't see who he thought was Max. I guess he saw her. Dude, I think he saw the frickin' monkey, man. Okay. This is the person that the witness felt the need to greet that night? Guilty. Go away. How about it, Mr. Quiz? Now you stop asking me these ridiculous questions. Show me all the crappy pictures you'd like. There's not one that I wouldn't greet. What the oak are you doing, Woodman? Better not say, Trilo, watch your mouth. Well, okay, sorry about that, Trilo. Order! Order! There will be order in my court. Ah! That's enough! Then you frickin' lose. Billy Bob Thornton, you have lost. Goddamn monkey, man, I told you. Let's actually go back before we, messed up. Do we have to press this first? I think we have to we probably have to press this first before we can do the thing. Let's do this real quick. I'm just saying, if it's the monkey, I'm gonna be so mad because... Okay, what do I present here again? Bottle boys? We're just a bunch of dang old bottle boys here to cause harm. Probably should have paused now that I think about it while we were doing this, but I didn't think it would take this long. Okay. He saw a different person who may or may not have been a monkey. I'm not gonna say he was a monkey, but wouldn't it be funny if he was a monkey? A funny monkey? Will the defense kindly explain who they saw? I mean, there's like no one else. I mean, there's Moe and Russell and the monkey. I don't want to say it's the monkey, man. I mean, I think they've said, I mean, even if they thought it was, I mean, if they thought it was Max. But our argument is that it couldn't have been Max because they wouldn't have said good evening to them. So, is the lie that they said? Because I mean, I think I went under the assumption that they saw someone who they thought was Max. But I think under our argument, we can't present Max. And if it's not Regina, we have no reason to believe it's Moe, but there's only a limited number of options. And then, could he have seen Russell? Maybe? No? Wait, what? No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. Wait, I thought we failed it. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yes, suppose you've got a point there. Wait, was that... Oh, we were right. When the music didn't change, I just assumed that we had gotten it wrong. It was Russell Berry, the victim itself, was it not? You are correct, it was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Wah! Could a member of the audience please give me my arm back? Order! Order! How do you respond to this? Wait a sec. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at it, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was, and whether or not they were a monkey. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols? Alright, this is getting fucking old, man. You gotta remember him by now. Here we go again, everyone, all together now. Ah! Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak? Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. They would not look good on Phoenix, Wright? What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? Don't go down this trap because we know there's only one hat in the world. Or something. If it could have been someone else who dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma. Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, evidence? I didn't know we needed that, man. They didn't teach us that in prosecution school. If that's the case, then it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing for this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Oh no, Moe, don't betray me, dude! We're your comedy disciple. Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution never enter my chambers and do not pay attention to the sound of smacking. Court is now in recess. That's an eating joke, not a sex joke, by the way. He's eating voraciously. Okay, no, we're on part 2 of the trial. For like a split second, I was like, wait, is the trial over? When it brought up the save thing? But I was like, what about the witness? Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? Well, I can't tell you that. It's, when I signed up to be a defendant in this Phoenix Wright case, I was told to always be difficult and never reveal my true secrets until Phoenix is able to figure them out for himself in order to make things just extra difficult. But yeah, okay. In the picture, you can kind of see that Russell is looking pretty shady, like he's about to steal the hat and everything. Talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. Seriously, how many times is right used in this script? That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? I mean, I almost feel like it had to have been like, they purposely translated it to use right as many times as possible. It happens way too often. Maybe it's confirmation bias, because I'm looking for it at this point, but maybe I just don't realize how many times you say the word right in average conversation. That's what it seems like, right? But the Wright master, that was like on purpose. The ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Right! Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means you went right there? It means the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility! Well done, Nick! However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? So it could be that the ringmaster was killed because they thought he was Max? Because if he was hit, because... Can we have the photo? Granted, at this point it looks like he's already had it removed. Because I was thinking like maybe it could have been like Ben/Trilo killed him because they wanted revenge and they attacked the ringmaster because they thought he was Max. But that doesn't explain why he would have dressed up like Max in the first place. I think that's the bigger mystery that we need to solve first. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I never was quite sure what I wanted to be when I grew up, a magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps on getting deeper. My campaign promise was that I was going to make the debt disappear. Now that everyone is back and I've eaten, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Defendant guilty, Your Honor. That's our case. Rule verdict now. Very well, I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why don't you just call him a pitiful clown? Don't worry, Moe. We got your back. Unless you're a bad dude, then we're gonna send you to the Shadow Realm with facts and logic. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. And West Clownadelphia, born and raised. Name and occupation. It went too fast. I couldn't read it. Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking in autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I just when I get down, I sing the opening to my favorite clown sitcom. I'm just not used to being in a court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Are you sure about that? I feel like there's been some pretty good jokes said in these halls. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says, no shoes, no service. Everybody's a fucking critic. Okay, how about this? Have you met a proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of clowns who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. Your name? For the Fresh Prince of Comedy. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Moe the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 the day of the murder? Correct? Yeah, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into this plaza. Without the humor, please. Well, fucking just cancel the game, then. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. But I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. You make me laugh, Mo. I mean, not really. I do find the dialogue you say funny, and it provides me with a chance to say comedic things. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. I'm almost like that Phoenix Wright guy. He sucks. But I keep trying. I've even tried to come up with the jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Sir, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. This lady's got staff? All I got is fucking Maya, man. I mean, Maya's great, but I could use an underling at least. Thank you, I can't wait! Poor Gumshoe. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Now that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. 3 sentences or less. That's all you get. The night of the moiter, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw 2 silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. This Max being Galactica does seem to be a big fan of clonking people. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There's no way this account can be criticized. The account could be criticized? However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off kilter? Is that the phrase? People still say that? Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Atmosphere because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? I'm afraid that if you push the witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. We are? I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Okay, should probably save. Night of the murder, where's your room? You said that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? Right. See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock. That's something a clan can riff off of. Let's pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Alright, 8 o'clock. No. They said we'd be punished, so let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo? I'm sorry. I'm worried the game's gonna penalize me and not let me have any fun. So, I'm sorry. What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of clowning around. Come on, Nick. Just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You're so boring. You were pooped that night? Yep, I was very, very tired. Some might even call it very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. There's no such thing. What? The double cheese double. Being enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that, as they say, happens. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. I got a good reply, though. The joke is so funny, just earned you a penalty. What the fuck? Oh, okay, you can't press the entire fucking series. Oh, press all the dialogue. Now if you press, you get penalty. I'm actually a little mad. I mean, the first part, like, okay, that's whatever. Where it, like, actually gives you a prompt. But, like, oh, if you just press this line of dialogue, you get a penalty. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I mean, keep pressing. Exactly, why did you look out your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Probably was the bean enchilada. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He's not just simply glanced out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Owie! That's not something you just forgot to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Moe were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. You should start turning the tables in our favor. Okay, I heard a huge noise, but did you hear a wooden box falling? I mean, it's not really a contradiction, but I'm guessing that's what he heard. Is he heard the box falling down or something? I think we'll go ahead and stop here, since, as previously mentioned, this video and the next few going to be a little short, just due to recording limits. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.